Is it worthwhile to try and understand who and what God is? Surely God is beyond our understanding. Well, there are two types of people when it comes to knowing God. The first one says, yeah, God ultimately is beyond my understanding, so I'm not even going to try to understand him. The second type of person, they will try, they will learn, they will contemplate, but ultimately they'll reach the same conclusion. You can't know God. The Rabbi Yisrael Baal Shem Tov, who lived around 300 years ago, gave a parable to explain the difference between these two types of people, these two types of approaches. In the parable, there are two people who want to know the king. The first goes into the palace, and they see a room full of silver. In the second room they come into, it's full of gold, and the third room they come into is full of diamonds and treasures. Beyond this point, they're not allowed to go. They can't go. They'll never actually get to know the king. But if this is just the entrance to the palace, the king is way beyond this. Such an awesome king, living in such an awesome palace. Now, when the king does something for that person, they'll feel humbled by it. And when the king requests something of them, they'll do that. What the request of the king is, they'll do it with a vitality and enthusiasm, because they have a relationship with the king. The second person in the parable says, I'm not going to go into the palace, because ultimately I'm never going to get to know the king. I'm never going to get to past a certain point. So he doesn't even bother. Now, this person might actually be more knowledgeable in the laws of the land and the laws of the king than the first. But since they don't have a real appreciation of the king, they're not going to do what he requests of them with a real inner vitality, a real enthusiasm. Now, in our days, we can also learn about God. This presently is one can acquire by learning Chassidut, which gives a person an understanding about godliness and who God is. Ultimately, yes, we won't know. But Chassidus gives us that deeper dimension, that deeper understanding, and a deeper relationship with God, such as learning the books of Tanya and Torah, which have been translated into English and many other languages. By doing this, we can really have an appreciation of who God is and an inner enthusiasm in doing what he wants. Think about it.